For the wild card, my pick is Leeds, actually. I know that they've switched from a 4-2-3-1 to a 3-5-2. They play DCL up top with Mr. Okafor, but I think Sterling is a slightly superior player to him. I think he has the pace to be able to make space between the lines for the midfielders through his runs and stuff like that. And also, it's more just like I know he is a Premier League player still, and it's really just like the perfect opportunity to show that. So yeah, the World Cup for me is Leeds.
I think that's a fantastic take. I think Leeds would be a very nice journey for him. I think he would be able to link up with Calvin doing very much so. I'm very happy for Leeds and the Farker. Obviously, earlier in the season, people were coming for his head, wanting to get fired, but I think they finally found some stability. I'll be very happy to see Leeds stay in the Premier League this season. They got another. I think they got points today against Manchester United at home. So I think they did really good for themselves. They're going up the table slowly, making that gap more and more. Um, just to, before I talk about my wild card, who do you think is going to go down? So you said Wolves earlier. Is West Ham gone for you?
Okay,
West
so
Ham
who I
gone?
think will go down? I'm pretty sure we've had the predictions already, actually, since when the season started. But I will say again, for sure Wolves, for sure. Then West Ham and Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley's to be on their way out as well. I don't see how they're going to change it. I think the storyline with them is that they're very much found the location and they can't really change too much unless they do a big signing and bring some attacker, some winger to like
See, but
pull.
like that's the thing. I think for Burnley, it's like very hard for them to like try and attract the best players because who the fuck is trying to play for Burnley anyway?
You have to find some talent out of Turkey, some guy out of Germany, and what happens to days of finding some dude out of South America and be like, yo, come score goals for us. We don't do that
So
anymore.
I mean,
Everybody wants
that
that.
still happens.
No,
Still happens because of like.
they all pick the guys that are like the dribblers that are gonna steal the crowd. They don't be picking
Mhm.
the Carlos Tevez types anymore.
So for me, the big mistake they make is they do tend to go too young, right? Because a lot of the time they need a lot of experience still, but for some reason I think it's because of like the stats and everything, of course. So
Yeah,
there are certain times that people forget about, the intangibles, which a lot of these young players do not have.
agreed, agreed. Yeah, I think we need more of that. I feel like the last guy that was kind of that ilk was really Alvarez when he came to City. I can't really think of the last like striker from South America that came and really like
Probably John Duran.
John Duran, but I don't know, he went for the money, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him, but he's gonna stay there for 3 years, get tax free cuts, send his family out
So
for life, then come back.
so actually now he's playing in Turkey. He plays for
Oh, he already
Fenerbahce.
left. I think I might have heard something about that.
Mhm.
So already he's already gone to Turkey. That's so interesting. Um, it is what it is. It was an experience. Maybe they loved it so much. I'm sure he'll find his way back into the Premier League. The guy is an amazing player. All right, so my wild card option. I guess I've been delaying because mine is kind of wild for real. And I was going to go. Uh, I don't think it's wild card because I don't think he's ever gonna go for this. But I think one of the really big things for him is London, and like I think the story of the club he's going to. Why go to West Ham and just lose and get relegated? That's the thing. I was gonna go West Ham usually for my wild card, but I'm thinking, I don't think Sterling wants that kind of situation. It takes a lot to be humble to be able to be like, all right, that's where I am. I'm gonna go do a job. I just want to play. I'll play anyway before losing. I don't know if he wants that. I think what's going to be very interesting. I think maybe if he drops down an additional level and goes to the championship and plays for a team who has a chance to come to the Premier League and he joins,
Bruh,
and joins,
that is really a fucking wild card.
I know, but I have Millwall, bro. Millwall is doing not so bad. They're the top eight, mixing around the top eight of the championship, and they're looking good to get to
No,
the Premier League.
no,
I know,
no, bro.